Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gino and today I am so excited to show you guys a recipe that I've been wanting to show you forever. Today I am showing you my frozen Elsa doll cake. This cake is super simple to make and it starts off with a homemade vanilla cake recipe. Then we're going to assemble our cake, decorate it with some homemade buttercream frosting, insert our Elsa doll, and complete the Elsa doll cake. You can literally choose whichever doll or princess to place into the cake. I decided to go with Elsa because it is really cold outside and I blame Elsa. If you are new to the channel, welcome to my channel, and if you'd like to show some support, simply hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you can be reminded of whenever I post a new baking video. Without further ado, let's begin with our ingredients. To make this simple yellow cake recipe, you will need 5 1/4 cup of cake flour, 7 eggs, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3 1/2 cups of granulated sugar, 1 cup of milk, 3/4 cup of buttermilk, and 2 sticks or 1 cup of butter that is unsalted, and we're gonna melt this. In addition to the ingredients, you will also be needing a princess cake pan. This pan was created by Wilton and by Rosanna Pansino, who's one of my favorite YouTubers ever. This pan set comes with 3 cake pans inside, making it super simple and easy to create your very own doll cake. Before we get started, you also want to make sure that you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So to get started, you want to place all of your baking powder into your bowl of flour, as well as your salt. Then you just want to whisk it all together until all 3 ingredients are well incorporated. So now, setting the dry ingredients aside, into your bowl of sugar, you want to add your vanilla extract, as well as your 7 eggs. Then you just want to beat all of this together until it becomes nice and fluffy, about 2 or 3 minutes. So you can see that our egg mixture has nearly doubled in volume. That is exactly what you are going for. I went ahead and melted our butter and cooled it off as well. So now we're going to add in our buttermilk, as well as our milk, right into the pot. Now we're just going to give this a quick little whisk to incorporate all 3 ingredients. At this point, into a large bowl, you want to add all of your flour, oops, as well as your egg mixture. Then using the same electric mixer that you used to beat your eggs, you want to just incorporate these 2 together. Once you have your dry flour mixture and your egg mixture well combined, then you want to slowly whisk and pour your butter mixture in. So I have my 3 pans ready to go. We're just going to give these a quick little spray using some cooking spray so that nothing sticks. And I have also lined these pans up according to size, so this will be the base of the cake. This will be stacked on top of this, and this dome will be flipped upside down to finish up the cake. So what I planned on doing for the princess cake was to do 3 different colors. First, I was gonna do a plain white layer on the top, a light blue in the center, and a darker blue in the bottom. So this batter makes about 10 1/2 cups of cake batter. So what I wanted to do was first take about 3 1/2 cups and place it into my first cake pan. So now that we have our basic layer, we're going to add a little bit of our turquoise blue and just mix that through. And then once again, we're going to add another 3 1/2 cups, this time into the second cake pan. As you can see, I had a little bit of the original color left, so I'm just going to quickly mix that in. And now to create the dark blue for the bottom base, I'm going to add some dark blue food coloring and just mix that through. This literally is like my favorite shade of blue ever. but I never really know the exact color. Some of my friends told me it was like a royal blue. Some told me it was cerulean, midnight blue. So I honestly have no clue what this color is. I just know I really like it. It's my favorite color, actually. Alright, and for the remainder, we're just gonna scoop it all in. So now that we have all 3 cake pans filled, we now want to place our cake batter into the preheated oven, and these are going to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. While the cake is baking away inside the oven and smelling wonderful, we're going to start making our homemade buttercream frosting. So for our buttercream frosting, we need 5 sticks of unsalted softened butter, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, pinch of salt, a few tablespoons of milk, and 10 cups of powdered sugar. Now I know that it seems like there's a lot of butter and sugar, and quite frankly there is, but we also have to keep in mind that we are creating a 3-tiered cake that's really big, so we need to make sure that we have enough frosting. And honestly, we're just going to be eating a small slice of the cake, so it shouldn't be too bad, right? So what you first want to do is place all of your sticks of butter into a large bowl. And then you want to start beating it until it is nice and fluffy, about 3 to 5 minutes. At this point, once your butter is nice and fluffy, you want to start adding about a cup of sugar at a time. Then you just want to incorporate it, then add another cup, incorporate it, and so on and so forth until all of your powdered sugar is well incorporated into your butter. Now that our butter and sugar is well combined, we're going to add our pinch of salt, our vanilla extract, and we're going to start off with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of milk to help thin out our buttercream. And then we're just going to mix this all together. I'm going to stop beating because you can see here that the buttercream is holding its shape. It has stiff peaks. So our cakes have cooled for nearly 30 minutes, and now it is time for my favorite part. It is time to decorate. We want to first take away the curve, so you want to use a sharp serrated knife, and you just want to sort of cut off the excess cake. Note that I am also using one of these little turntables to make decorating a little bit easier. We can definitely just keep this for cake pops or something, so don't throw this away. So this is the bottom layer of our cake, so what we're going to do is put some of our frosting. I dyed this color pink. And you're just going to make a border around the cake. Then you're just going to sort of fill it in. Then using a mini angled spatula like this one, you just want to turn and frost. Once your first layer is all complete, we're going to add our second layer. This time we're just going to put this upside down like this, and our cake's up. And then once again, we're just going to apply some of our frosting. To me, it looks almost like a donut if you put some sprinkles on it. Now I flipped over the topmost part and pressed it on. Now I'm just going to apply a thin layer of frosting so we can do a crumb coat. And all you really want is just a really thin layer of our pink buttercream frosting. And then once again with our angled spatula, we're just going to frost our cake really rough. It doesn't have to be perfect. This first step of frosting a cake is called the crumb coat. Basically, it helps to lock in any crumbs that you may have on your cake. Alrighty, so we're going to place this cake into the fridge for about 15 to 25 minutes, just to let the first coating of frosting sort of chill, and then we'll be right back to finish decorating. Alright, so our cake has come out of the fridge, it is nice and chill, so let's finish this thing up. Alright, so as you can see, I went ahead and wrapped this doll. I wrapped it from the waist down, just to make sure that the doll doesn't get any damage. So first we're going to begin by frosting our cake. Well, I have these little 1M tips. They make nice little rosettes. And basically to make one, what you want to do, and I'm gonna start here, is you want to sort of push down, go around. I like alternating between my colors. Then to finish it off, I like to create a little border using alternating colors, just by squeezing a little bit along the edge of the cake. I'm gonna go in and finish filling in the missing gaps. There's a lot of gaps in the cake where there's no frosting. So I'm just gonna finish that up to perfect it. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again on my channel. Look at what we have created. We created a simple Elsa doll cake using a simple vanilla cake recipe from Wilton.com, and we combined it with our homemade buttercream frosting that we used to pipe these cute little rosettes all around Elsa. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you definitely give this recipe a try. Remember, you don't have to use Elsa. You can use whatever doll, princess, or whatever else you may find on the internet or in stores. If you enjoyed today's content, remember to give a big thumbs up. And if you enjoyed the content as well, remember to show some support by hitting the subscribe and the notification bell so you do not miss a single video that I release. As always, remember to keep things simple yet elegant, and I hope you guys all enjoy your holidays. Happy holidays!